Hello, this is Priscilla Batzel. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. That is an Axo omelet turning flip and fold spatula, the best paint spreading tool I know of. You can find it on my Amazon link. You'll like it. This came from Walmart, but there are more canning funnels on my Amazon link, which is on the link tree under Show More. I am going to use two kinds of Sherwin Williams paint to begin with to cover my canvas so that I can add paint in that funnel. I would usually call it a bloom, but I don't know what it's going to turn out to be like. I am planning on spreading some of this paint to the edges. And I'm not sure why I put that there, but it doesn't need to be right there right yet. By spreading the paint to the edges, it makes me feel like the paint that I put in the center will have an easier time of flowing off. But when I get too much, I just want to spread it up toward the center. It's better if I don't drag my fingers through it too. So I said it was Sherwin Williams. It's eggshell. It's whatever they give me the best deal on it on the day. I've used 3 different kinds of eggshell Sherwin Williams white, all similar priced, expensive. Sign yourself up for your local store and maybe you can get a bargain. They'll let you know when sales are going on. Love to be a Sherwin Williams affiliate. I could do a whole lot more blooms that way. Okay, so I have a coat of white paint and it's not that thick, and I'd like to have it be sort of uniform, but I think that might be asking too much right now. So I'm going to throw my first spatula into the bucket, give myself some of the Verve Violet, and since this is going to be for all intents and purposes a puddle pour, I'm going to make a puddle. And I like the 12 by 24 inch canvases because they have a stretcher bar in the back I can hang on to. I keep looking at those clamps that hold paintings in place. I think I'm going to want some more of this. You notice I have my painting placed as evenly as I can on the crossbar, so I have one bar that I can stop my canvas with, I hope. I'm really tempted to put some black in there, but I'm going to try and restrain myself. I have never done this before. I don't even know if this is going to work or not. And I am going to use the Chantilly lace in the bottom. Don't ask me why. Like I said, I don't even know if this is going to work or not. But if I put enough paint in there, something will happen. This is Snapdragon. This is a primary element. The Chantilly lace was a Prizm pour. Just ignore that answering machine being played in the background. My companion, my husband, does not much think about things like that. That is the Jasmine, another primary element. I wish I could just tell him to stop doing that, but I think it's basically too late. You probably can't even hear it. This is a little bit of deep amethyst. I've got some cerulean blue. Deep amethyst and cerulean blue are both Prizm pours. If I can get the top off. No, I can't. I have a larger bottle. I've been ignoring my small bottles for my large ones. I want to put some orange in here, but I'm not sure it would be the best thing to do right next to that blue. And if I tip my bottle and squeeze too hard, the marble that's in there to mix it comes down into the tip. I've got some Pebeo iridescent blue-green that's just calling my name. It's a little thinner, which means I can actually inject it, which is something I like to do to stir up the other paint. This is, I should put some cell activator in there, I think. This is African Violet. I need a substantial amount of paint, I think, so that we can have a shot at making things go. Let's finish up with the Chantilly lace, just because it's a good contrast. Well, maybe not. Maybe I want to do something else. What do I want to do? Here it is. I've been hoarding the last of my Rhapsody Rose, which is another primary element. I know they got it back in stock. It might be too similar. No, I think it's perfect. You know what? I didn't use any gold and I want to. But I think under the gold I'm going to put the cell activator that I'm contemplating. So it's either going to be purple or turquoise or a little bit of everything. I'll just do that. I've got some white in there, not a lot. This is Atelier Phalo Turquoise cell activator with Aussie Floetrol. And this is Mayan gold, which I don't mind having a lot of showing on the surface. Wow, I'm nervous. Okay, so here goes nothing. I meant to put this on one end so I could tip it to the other end, but it is what it is. I've been waiting to try this for a while now anyway. And I might still be able to do a scoop and drag. I'm definitely going to grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And scrape out my funnel. No use in making my paint water dirty if I don't have to. And all paint flows to paint. Hopefully there's enough on there. Both of those things are going into my big square bucket. And I'm going to do something you're not supposed to do with house paint. I'm going to quick like a bunny. Hit it with the torch because I can. Even though I probably shouldn't. Okay, so it's begging me. It's totally begging me to scoop and drag. And I see no reason why not. I'm sure most of the things that I put around the outside edge will disappear, get spun off anyway. It's not keeping me from wanting to put some more cell activator in there. So let's tip that some and see what happens. The Pebeo Iridescent blue-green is a different viscosity than everything else, so that may make a big difference. But I see I've got some cells. I just don't know if I'll be able to keep them or not. And I won't be making that mistake with the iridescent blue-green again, I don't think. Except for I might want the cell activator that's iridescent blue-green because it looks fabulous with that color. I love it. So once we have this spread out a little bit, then I will try and centralize the design that I like to the area I want it to stay in for the most part. And that's when I will start the idea of spinning. Now if I don't see that I've saved any of my cells, I'm going to swipe with some cell activator again. And I have cool colors. I didn't have any idea at all what to expect. And if I have some tweezers, I'm going to grab that, which I know does not belong. And let's have a look. I think a rather large palette knife is in order. And I could be sorry, but I might not be. I'm going to do what I did in my last painting, which is some white and then some black. And I said I had some Pebeo Iridescent Blue-Green Cell Activator with Aussie Floetrol, and I do. And the blue and green make a beautiful, I mean the turquoise and the pink make a beautiful color. So I'm going to use some of the jasmine. And then I think I'm going to go for it and add some more Mayan gold. If it's easily accepted. I actually managed to keep that from spilling yet. And I didn't put any orange in there, and I guess I'm out of luck. I will probably never know exactly what could have been. I always think that there's plenty of cell activator left on the spatula, even after the swipe. I'm not sure about that right at the moment, but I am sure that I like what I started, so I'm going to do it again. White. I guess the funnel is at least one way to get it on the canvas. Black. Pebeo Iridescent Blue-Green. Jasmine. Lots of jasmine. And the Mayan gold. I want to go from this side. My theory is that as long as the colors are beautiful, I got a shot at making something that isn't horrible, even if I'm not entirely in my comfort zone by experimenting. And I am just going to keep experimenting with this because I'm not sure what I'm doing. So there's some more black and some gold. I've yet to spin, but that's okay. I think I'm going to want some gold. I think I might have some gold cell activator. I know I have so many objects and not enough space to put them all out. I like the drama of that black. So I'm going to do it on the other side, I think. I see a large object that needs to go away. Now, I didn't even try and save any negative space. And I'm definitely tempted to grab one of my little palette knives. And scoop something. I guess that makes it kind of lucky that I still have a substantial layer of paint in the center of the painting. But it's hard to say what's going to remain once I spin. I finally get why they scoop up and lift, and it's to break the suction. I've just discovered is intense. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. Do I want anything else? I could have all kinds of things. Seems to me I could put some more cells down here. Let's go for the white and see what white and gold look like together. It's a little tiny palette knife. It's probably not the one I would choose out of the gate. I just eradicated some black that I really liked. Alright, there's some really cool stuff in here. I'm not sure I'm done yet. I am going to scrape off my palette knife and use it one more time. I like this white over here. I'm thinking, oh, yep, too much playing. In 3 minutes, I will be having to be gone. But for right now, we're still playing. There is some gorgeous stuff in there. There is no doubt about it. And none of this is in a heavy enough layer, but it doesn't keep me from messing with it anyway. So long as I don't see any canvas when I'm done, I can still do that. Now I haven't spun and I need to, but I have enough time. I'm a little worried about this in here. So if I go back in here, I need it along that edge. Let's get rid of that paint first. Let's just give it a little bit of black. And hope that we get to keep it. Okay, it's time, it's time, it's time. Get on with it, we're run out of time. Throw my tools in the bucket. Make sure I can spin across the back wall. My barrier is very painty today. I bet it's going to be beautiful. I suspect as much. Yes, it is most certainly going to be beautiful. There's a round Robin Hood's barn kind of way to get to it. I'm not a slow spinner. I do see we have some cells. I'm glad I did a little scoop and drag. Oh, I just wound up with paint between my big toe and the one next to it. That's pretty stellar. That's awesome. Wow. There's not a lot of negative space in there, and there are definitely places that I should probably cover with another palette knife over here, as long as it's not too rusty. I've got paint I can scoop up from around that'll allow me to cover the places that I haven't covered. Since I left a big heavy bunch in the middle, I'm pretty sure that it's spun out most of the edges. That's an incredibly cool paisley. Alright, so check out my link tree from my new website, my old website, my Legalist, my Society 6. My Amazon link is a great place to shop at no added cost to you. I'm going to try and shimmer this at you before you're gone. I'm not sure if I can because I have so many lights on. But I am going to, wow, cool. It was a long way around, but it was a lot of fun doing it. Thank you for being here. If I can get around to the other side in time, I can turn that light out and maybe you'll still see it. So, look for the Colourarte coupon code under Show More. Get yourself a percentage off. Could be 15, could be 20, could be 25. I love you guys. I hope you come again. I post at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I love you much. You inspire me often. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing and watching longer. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com. I hope you come again. I post 7 days a week.